Oh, by the way, my wallpaper is Thanos dressed up like Biggie.
That is pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. I like that.
Dressed up as who?
Or he has
Biggie
a crown,
Smalls.
Biggie Smalls. He has a crown in the rings, but you know,
Daniel's too lame to know that that's a cover of Biggie Smalls.
Yeah, if it was Billy Ray Cyrus or some shit, you'd probably know.
Hey, welcome to Geek Freaks. I am Frank, and I'm with Squeaks, Daniel,
Hola.
and Jonathan.
Hey, y'all.
We've been recording for like a minute, so everybody caught that Biggie Smalls stuff.
Oh, man.
So I had that smart comeback. All right. Today we're going to be covering up some news. We have like Pokemon Day coming up and stuff like that. Bob Iger stepping down, all kinds of cool stuff like that. But first, what have you guys been playing? Jonathan, let's start with you first. What are you playing?
Oh, I've been playing Sea of Thieves. You guys know that because I've been playing with you guys.
We're going to do a deep dive on that later on with a new update, and we're going to be getting your small review for that.
I got a new graphics card, so that's why I'm able to play some big boy games.
Yes, he's playing adult games. No more Pac-Man.
Yes.
All right.
And Minecraft with higher settings, finally.
Yeah, so you can see what's in the distance.
Yeah. Okay.
I can see the creepers before they blow up.
Squeaks has not played Minecraft yet, and I think since you tried Sea of Thieves,
fucking care about
Okay, we're going to create a server together, and you're just going to waste some life on Minecraft.
Is it free?
I will buy it for you if it means that you will give it a fair chance.
Yeah.
How long is a fair chance? Like a couple hours or?
No, you need you need at least 10 hours.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
He's put in over 10
That's a
hours
lot
already
of
for Sea of
hours.
Thieves
Okay.
because you like it.
Get a
Okay, yeah, right.
get diamond armor and grow, pumpkins?
If you get
That
diamond,
sounds so fun.
look.
That-
If you get diamond armor and kill the dragon, you're done
No,
playing.
there you go. Kill the
And-
dragon.
and
That's
look,
the end. That's
Jonathan
the
and
game's
I could do that in like
storyline.
2 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you're like totally new and you didn't have any assistance, it would take you probably 20 hours. But with assistance, I think it would take like 6.
Okay.
Fair?
And once you get like 2 hours
So
into the
you're
game,
slow.
you're gonna get addicted to it.
So right now, today we're gonna have Jonathan's I'm new to Sea of Thieves review.
Yeah.
Later we're gonna have Squeaks I'm new to Minecraft review.
All right.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so excited for this. I try to play Final Fantasy, by the way, because it's my very first Final
15,
Fantasy.
right?
I played 15.
Okay.
It's such a garbage game.
I told you. It was horrible.
I really
told
don't
you.
think it was that bad.
It was horrible.
What is the best Final Fantasy for me to jump in on?
Have you played any of them?
None. I've never played a Final Fantasy game.
wow.
I have played maybe 10 minutes of Final Fantasy.
Well, then
3.
everybody's gonna say 7 because it's so iconic.
Well, no, I mean gameplay wise. You gotta hook me.
I like story-wise 10.
Okay, I'm gameplay wise something that's gonna hook me.
Oh, they're all the same.
They're all the same.
Oh my god.
15 is the
15
one
of them
with the
with the
different
gameplay,
story.
the-
one.
Yeah,
So if you
15.
didn't like 15,
Yeah.
I mean, you're basically playing Pokemon.
Like
I didn't like the cutscenes out of 15. It were very Kingdom Heartsy, Square Enix thing. You know?
well, that's an anime thing, though.
I don't like that shit.
Exactly. You're not gonna like anything.
What have you been playing?
I've been playing League of Legends, Sea of Thieves with John.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I purchased a new game and haven't been able to play it because it has an issue.
What is it?
Escape from Tarkov or whatever.
Okay.
It's a shooter game, but got it and haven't been able to get the confirmation code.
By the way, I'm in for Temtem whenever you want.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Just let me know.
You're into that now? Or you're
I want to
willing
play
to
it.
jump into
He
it?
keeps suggesting I'll give you. We'll talk about it later on. But if that means that we'll do Temtem.
Can we have a clan?
Can you do clans
Can
on
you do
that?
I never got that far.
Because if you can do
Oh my
clans, then
God.
maybe I'll join in. But if not, then I don't fucking care.
We could party together though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be my friend in Temtem.
It's a possibility.
Cool. I got a new friend in Temtem. Okay. What have you been playing?
Sea of Thieves, and because I had an article out for Ultimate Alliance 3. I've been playing a lot of Ultimate Alliance 3.
Squeaks has written his first
Yes.
article for our website
Yes.
about
Yes.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
I have.
The team is going to be writing more articles. It's going to be more variety. It's not just going to be Frank that's going to be using the same words over and over again.
We're gonna
I
change
know.
the name on it to somebody else.
If you guys read our articles, you're familiar that first off, I have bad grammar. Secondly, I use the same words over and over again. It's driving me nuts. So now I busted out thesaurus.com and I'm like, I'm just going to feed the word that, like focus, that word. I keep using focus over and over again. So we're going to have more voices involved.
Real quick on Ultimate Alliance 3, though. You know what pisses me off the most
What's
is they
that?
keep adding characters, but I can only pick 4. I can't just pick 4.
What do you mean?
So you have a team of 4. That's or 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4.
Yeah.
But there's like so many characters. I don't want to just. My team right now, as of right now, is Captain America, Black Panther, Punisher, and Blade. But holy shit, all the
very street-level
Fantastic
team.
Four is going to come out soon. And it's like, well, I want
Too
like
many
the
options.
thing. Yeah, there's too many options. I need
Get rid of
multiple teams.
Get rid of
So you
Blade.
want to go in with like the
Get rid
end
of
of the
Blade?
end game.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Just roll up
You
in
want the
there.
army of like 48 different characters.
Yeah, why not?
That does seem limiting.
But it's really cool. I like it a lot.
I have been playing Sonic Mania on the
Really?
Switch. Yeah.
Huh.
What do you mean, really? That's a classic. Yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
I played Sonic.
Yeah, Sonic Mania is really good. It basically takes the spirit of the old original games and kind of mixes it up. It's been fun.
Oh.
And I've been playing some Sea of Thieves. And I've been playing Raid. I think it's called Shadow Legends. It's a mobile game. Are you guys familiar with that?
Mobile
No, I don't play mobile.
It's a super freaking
Okay.
freemium game where they're I mean, like literally, when you fire it up, you have to click buttons to like close down how much stuff they're trying to sell you. But it is like the biggest mobile game right now. It's pretty big. And
Oh yeah, I see it advertised all the time.
yeah, usually
Does it look as good as the advertisements?
it does, but it kind of like really, you know how it is with freemium games where it's like, it looks really cool, but you press one button and it automatically does everything for you.
Yeah,
I don't like that much. I want to actually kind of do more stuff.
I know what you're talking about.
But if you're not auto doing, you cannot auto do things, but if you're not auto doing things, you're not being efficient, then you're not really playing the game well, you know? And yeah, you've probably seen it because there's a bunch of content creators that are like, oh, use our code to get X amount of silver.
Yeah,
Very
I've seen it on
comics for me.
TV, and every time I watch something that has ads, can't tell you what.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay. Oh,
But
okay.
but it always has ads.
Yeah. All right. Oh, yeah. Moving into
Free wallpaper is okay. God damn. That's how I got Thanos dressed as Biggie.
Let's move into the news, folks. Here we
Yes.
go. First up, Bob Iger steps down as CEO of Disney. On Tuesday, Disney announced that Bob Iger. Oh my God, Jolly, you messed up our entire recording.
Start over.
On Tuesday, Disney announced that Bob Iger would be stepping down as CEO and handing over the reins to Chairman of Disney Parks, Bob Chapek. Bob Iger has a contract as CEO until 2021, but states that it is the best time to begin the transition with the acquisition of Fox and controlling interest of Hulu. Iger will stick around as executive chairman until the end of his contract to assist with the transition. So you guys are familiar with Bob Iger.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on him?
Well, I think it's pretty insane that I mean, obviously, he probably knew it wasn't out of nowhere. Obviously, it was a plan, but for us, it was pretty insane. But I think he's sticking around to help with the creative side of things.
Yeah, I think
what,
so.
What he was saying. But why though? He didn't really say.
Yeah,
what
they
made
haven't really
him-
stated why he's stepping
Yeah.
down either.
Wonder what the problem is.
Yeah.
But the new guy, yeah, I don't trust another bald guy. So, but no,
There can only be
We'll see.
one.
it
Yeah.
is kind of nervousing because with Michael Eisner and Bob Iger have accomplished so much for Disney. You want to keep this Walt Disney thing going.
Now we had some beef because I sent the
We did.
notes out, and
We did.
I'm gonna. If I read further along, I'm basically gonna say Bob Iger was the most influential man to Disney
Fucking
since
insane.
Walt Disney.
Insane because Michael Eisner helped expand parts from Magic Kingdom to Disney California to building an own park in Disney Paris
Okay,
and acquiring ABC and ESPN.
I'll agree that ABC and ESPN are
Yeah.
huge for the brand. I say Bob
Okay.
Iger's more important because he acquired Star Wars, MCU, Pixar, and Fox.
Yeah. Would you think it's a time thing when I guess just things fall in your lap and
All those parks you
grasp
just
it?
named are getting changed over to the things he named.
Yeah.
Updated.
True, right? Yeah. So
Yeah.
then I started it. Michael Eisner started it.
Well, and Bob Chapek is the one that's overseeing like Marvel Campus and stuff like, or Avengers Campus and stuff like
That's
that.
the new.
That's the new guy.
The new theme park. Though? No. What?
Yeah, Avengers Campus is the new theme park coming to
for
California Adventures,
California. Okay.
and it was headed up by Bob Chapek, which is the new CEO.
I think ultimately we just wish that we hope that the new CEO will continue how much the others expanded. And
Yeah.
have Walt's dreams
Continue to
get away.
grow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Uh,
trust this guy though.
Any thoughts on Bob Iger's legacy and what he's done? Like for me, I think the acquisition of Fox has got to be the biggest
Yeah.
part of it, right?
Yeah.
Because then you boosted the library immensely.
Mhm.
Fox is one of the 3 original houses that moved out to the Hollywood and made Hollywood what it is. Any other thoughts? He had Pixar and
Disney
and,
Plus it has to be.
That's a biggie. That's going forward. That's going to be pretty huge.
Yeah, and crazy, and plus they have their own TV shows like Mandalorian
Yeah.
and whatever else. So
Yeah. So do you guys think that the new guy is going to continue to try to just acquire more and more, brands
Man,
like
what else? I hope in a way I kind of hope not. 'Cause
Or start
holy
developing
shit,
just
Disney's gonna own
more-
the world.
yeah.
And that's kind of scary.
But I
That
think
would be awesome, though.
Until yeah,
at a certain point you got to
point,
stop and just
yeah.
continue to develop because they used to just make their own original content back in the day, and it
Yeah.
was really, that's what built them. So
Yeah.
at some point, if you can, you want to stop.
Well, they're still doing that. It's just that they're also acquiring kind of slowed down or dead IPs and lifting them up again. Star Wars, for example, before they picked it up, it was post prequels, which was
Yeah, dormant.
dormant. Yeah. And then after they got them, they revitalized the entire franchise.
Yeah, now they're making
Marvel
Boo
is a
Boo
great
books.
example of that.
Yeah.
Before their acquisition, what did Marvel do? You know, did they get them before Iron Man? No, after Iron Man.
After.
After
No, I
Iron
thought
Man.
Iron Man was their first one.
Iron Man was the first project from Marvel, but I don't know if Marvel was owned by Disney at that point.
Yeah, I'm not
But
sure.
nevertheless, they've grown. I mean, the Avengers Endgame is an example of what Disney can bring you.
Yeah.
So, what do you think they should or will acquire next?
Oh man.
There's some rumors out there that I kind of want to
Well-
discuss later on. The video I sent you.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Let's not talk about that yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything else?
I don't. Choir wise. Dang. I don't know.
Yeah. NBC won't give
I'm
up.
thinking though.
Universal won't give up.
I'm hoping
Same
they
thing.
kind of expand the video game area because that's what
Yeah.
they're slacking on a lot. Well, I don't know why I'm hoping this guy. They canceled Disney Infinity,
Yeah.
which I thought was doing pretty well. I don't.
It was fun. Yeah.
sales numbers, but the toys and shit were, I mean, pretty badass. I have.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I have a couple on that shelf right there.
But why not expand the area you have?
Dude, they look really good though. My Vader and my Anakin up there are both from there.
You have movies, you have comics. I think the one you're slacking in is video games. Why not bring back the Disney Entertainment like Epic Mickey and then the Disney Infinity?
What if they were to buy a different video game development studio? Who would they want to buy?
Man,
I like
maybe
that
one
idea. There's a lot of money to be
I'm
had out
hoping
there.
one that's really good at storytelling, if anything. Maybe.
Yeah.
What's Telltale Games?
Well, yeah, but Telltale. They tell stories that are a little bit too mature, and I don't think that fits into
Right
the
now
younger
they do.
audience.
It's just not-
Well, because you also have to think the gameplay has to fit the younger audience. What is the studio that does Spyro and Crash? Do you remember?
Activision did the
Those
remakes.
are both Activision.
Activision did the remakes.
Okay, I think. They're not going to acquire.
Naughty Dog originally was.
Could you imagine if Disney bought Blizzard? Like,
Yeah.
Oh my god!
but Naughty Dog,
then Blizzard
yeah.
World's a thing.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah,
actually
we're all
build-
like, holy
Well,
shit.
yeah, because they would be the ones. That's what I was thinking when you guys
Blizzard
talking about
just
that.
submits.
They should make a new theme park, but
Yeah.
that's what would make a new theme park is if they bought.
Well, I think
another
what's cool with
expansion.
this new guy, since he's the head of theme park area,
Yeah.
that maybe we'll see some more expansions, of course,
Yeah.
in the near future.
So the rumors that have been going out there, this started from Variant Comics, a really cool website, a really cool YouTube channel. You guys check that out.
Yeah.
Is DC's on the decline in both Thor #2 and in Doomsday. There were hints of a coming, let's see, crossover maybe between DC and Marvel, which is something that's happened in the past with the what is it called? I have it up there. Amalgamation universe, right? Do you think that's even like in the realms of possibility? DC collapsing and then Marvel buying the rights to them.
I don't want to see it happen.
I don't want to see it happen. Do you think it can happen?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
That's just too insane to me.
I'd rather like Batman go copyright free than have it be owned by Marvel.
Yeah, I don't want to see it.
What's the downside of that?
Yeah, but I think
Because then
Marvel
it's
would
like-
do an actual good job on
It- you-
Batman.
no,
doubt
exactly.
about it. But then it's
Exactly.
like,
That's the thing.
who owns
it would be
all the comics
monopoly.
now? It's just
Yeah.
one person, so there's no really like.
But who would you trust with them? If you if you love Starbucks and Starbucks happens to buy all the mom and pop coffee shops, though that's sad.
Yeah.
If you love Starbucks, then cool. Now they're on literally every corner.
True.
If you love Marvel products and DC's failing and they collapse and get
But
bought,
why can't we get the people that do Marvel movies and stuff to work with the DC side? I mean, I don't know what the contracts are,
partner against their
but
enemy
but
to help them.
Yeah, then they're.
It
I
would
mean,
be
it's just
fine
like
with
James
each other.
Gunn. No, James Gunn, right?
Who
He's doing Suicide
what?
Squad.
James Gunn.
James Gunn, yeah. James Gunn's doing Suicide Squad, and after I just rewatched Guardians of the Galaxy 2, I can't wait to see what the Suicide Squad.
Oh, it looks so good from the set photos too.
Yeah,
He's put
you
a
just
lot of
gotta
effort
get
out there.
I think you just gotta get the right people because whatever they're trying to do with the movies now are just not working.
And he came out and said that the Suicide Squad script is the best script he's ever worked on.
Yeah, I've heard that.
That's cool.
Damn.
Wow.
So I actually think it'd be better if DC. Now we're off track a little bit, but let's just go ahead and wrap this up. I think it'd be better if DC went copyright free, much like Sherlock Holmes. That's the perfect example. So we have multiple Sherlock Holmes properties, all with a different feel because they're from different places.
Mhm.
If that the same thing were to happen to say Batman, you'd have IDW coming out with a Batman version. Imagine Comics coming out with a Batman would be really cool.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You'd have a lot of people with their version of Batman, and then though it's the best part of capitalism, it's the good side of capitalism where the best version is what becomes popular.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like what we have with Spider-Man right now.
Yeah, but Spider-Man's all Marvel.
I know, but there's so many versions of him now. It's like, oh, you can pick which one you like.
That's true. Yeah. That's true, which is not Garfield's Batman. That's the last place. or Spider-Man.
Actually, I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it. I actually liked it.
Oh my god!
I actually liked it.
So this is Daniel's last episode of the podcast, guys. It's gonna be our farewell episode of Daniel.
It was Mary Jane.
I actually enjoyed it. I like both of them.
All right. Well, everybody's got their opinion. Some of them are right. Some of them are wrong.
That would be kind of neat because think of Blumhouse. I'm kind of a fan of them. Wonder if they got their hands on a Batman.
Yeah.
And how dark they can make it.
Yeah, exactly.
So that might be kind of neat.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, then you also get those ones like Lionsgate would get it too, but Lionsgate, they're terrible at everything they do. But then that would come out, fail, and then be gone. Yeah. But the correct ones would start moving ahead. Yeah.
So you're saying that would happen with all of DC or just Batman?
There's speculation. So DC 5th Generation's coming out, and it's a reboot again of DC. Yeah. From all the news we've gotten from it, it looks like it's going to be terrible. They're rebooting. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
So they're not going back to the originals. They're changing everything. And I'll go into it later on at some point. We'll have to do a whole episode about it.
That's so disappointing because I like the DC comics right now.
It's perfect right now. They actually fixed it after Doomsday. Everything's aligned right now. And then they're like, yeah, let's throw it in a blender again one more time. And inside sources have been telling VariantComics.com that this is the last-ditch effort for DC Comics publishing.
I didn't even think they were that in the hole.
Comics themselves is not a good business right now.
That's true.
And
that's why every week we're pushing for people to go to their local comic book shop.
Well, then they have to figure out how to produce more movies like Marvel's doing.
Yeah, what the fuck? Or video games. Lean into the games if Marvel's leaning into movies.
Yeah, true, because the Batmans... I mean, you need more than just Rocksteady, right?
Yeah. For what?
Batman games?
I think so, right? No. Who's the one that... oh, God, I can see the logo going ahead of me right now. I play an Arkham Knight, and it's right there, and there's the bats flying through. What is it?
It's great for a podcast.
Anyway, you need more because right now Marvel's...
I'm just in the WB so far. That's not good. I need the next part.
Right now, Marvel giving me Ultimate Alliance 3, and they're about to get this Avengers game.
Yeah.
You need to start fucking producing more than just comic books.
Yeah.
Your comics are great, cool, but... You don't have enough movies. Marvel lines up at the year, and it's like, okay, we got 3 movies coming out. What the fuck? These got one.
The idea of Kevin Feige and Jeff Johns working together, like, holy shit. Yeah. Like, that would be crazy. That is the trinity right there of comic books. Except for there's only 2 people, nevertheless. But you know what I'm saying? That's, like, insane. So there is some shiny points to it, but I don't know, man. It's a whole thing.
They just got to keep producing more.
Yeah.
They're not producing enough.
All right, so back to...
Fucking goddamn.
We'll just refocus, because that's going to...
Get your shit together.
Generation 5 of DC will have to be its own episode. So I don't want to get too far into it because we'll be delving into it at some point. So back to this, the new guy, Bob Chapek, is the guy that did like all the...
I forgot we were talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Same. So he did all the Disney parks. He doubled the Disney Cruise Line fleet. He opened up the Shanghai Disneyland, which has been doing pretty well. Yeah. He also opened Galaxy's Edge in Disneyland and Disney World, and he set up the future projects like Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser, a Star Wars themed hotel, and then he's also in charge of the Avengers campus coming to California Adventures. So he's done a lot of good things. Do you guys think that Disney will be okay in his hands?
I think Galaxy's Edge is not that great, but it's pretty cool. But I think so. Yeah, I think overall it'll be good.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine.
If you could go that insane with giving me a themed hotel,
that's gonna be amazing. I think.
Then I mean, I'm sure it's in good hands.
I trust him.
Yeah.
He's been with the company for 27 years.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And the people at Disney are, happy billionaires, so I'm sure they're not gonna make the decision lightly. So,
it failed, whatever.
Yeah. All right, next up, a report from Variety states that Steven Spielberg is stepping down from Indiana Jones franchise after many delays set back Indy 5. You're already giving a negative reaction. What's the reaction for?
The movie's gonna fucking suck anyway.
Why do you say that?
I don't. Who gives a shit?
You're not excited for Indiana Jones 5?
No, not at all. Who cares? Are you?
I am excited for it myself too.
But okay, what do you want to see Indy do this time? I know I'm throwing questions.
Honestly, I don't really care. He's gonna be doing the same thing he always does.
But that is good.
Yeah, that's what we want. I just don't want the alien
Right.
Yeah, I don't want that. I don't want
no crystal skulls. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want any of that.
I'm excited for a reboot of the entire franchise. I hope this Indiana Jones is setting up the next guy to take over. Which the last one was supposed to do that, but it was with that nut job.
Shia LaBeouf.
So they're gonna have to find a new one. But then that'll be great. I'm down with that. It could be Tom Holland, and I'd be happy.
Nah, honestly, I'm
Tom
cool
Holland's
with
doing
Harrison
Uncharted,
Ford.
which is going to be a lot better than Indiana Jones.
It's basically the same thing. So this movie was originally set for July 19th, 2019, and was delayed to find new writers. They eventually found Jonathan Kasdan, which is the one that did Solo movie. Yeah. Then it was delayed to July 10th, 2020, and then now pushed back to July 9th, 2021. They're expected that it will be delayed again as they search for a new director. According to Variety, James Mangold is in talks to replace Spielberg. He's worked on 310 to Yuma, Ford vs. Ferrari, and Logan. Now, looking at his work in the past, how do you think that this James Mangold is going to do with his new movie, John? What do you think?
I didn't see Ford vs. Ferrari, but 310 to Yuma and Logan were pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah, high hopes. I mean, it's not like he's a M. Night Shyamalan or nothing like that.
Looking at his work, though, how do you think?
He didn't ruin a very high potential movie. Sorry.
John got heated there. Okay, so but looking at his past work, how do you think it'll affect Indiana Jones?
I mean, it seems like those are not necessarily in the same lane, but they're still action-packed movies, and that's what you want to see.
Yeah.
So as long as he keeps it, how do you say it? Like keep it simple. Don't like try to overdo it, but we do want a.
Maybe we'll see it grittier though with Logan.
A little bit grittier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I hope it's not like edgy, too dark, because
It has
Indiana
to-
Jones got to be the
at the end of the
family.
day,
Yeah.
So
There's literally a ride to it in Disneyland.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So now, who would you want to see if anybody else replacing him?
Let me see. Oh, Christopher Nolan.
Okay. And what would Christopher Nolan bring to the franchise that Mangold would?
Amazingness.
Amazingness.
He's too good.
I like that research you did.
Yeah. No, I don't.
That insight.
What would he
I
bring?
didn't
He'd be a good
have before.
director.
He's working on Tenet right now. You seen that trailer for Tenet?
Yeah, that
Oh, that
looks
looks
kind of
insane.
creepy.
Man, the stuff he comes up with, it's like,
Yeah.
man, what
he's
is
real,
up with
to
that
me, he's real
mind?
hot and cold. Sometimes I'm like, son of a bitch, great. And then other times I'm like, I could go
Yeah,
without.
yeah.
Daniel, what are you thinking over there? How do you think Mangold will do, and who do you want to replace instead?
Honestly, I haven't seen any of those movies,
Okay.
Okay.
so I don't
Go.
know.
Wait, you have not seen Logan?
No.
Okay, we're watching that after this.
Holy shit. Edit
That
this
might
out.
be-
Edit this out. God damn it.
All right. Who do you want to replace him instead?
You guys are gonna hate it, but Michael Bay.
And Squinks, what do you think?
So I'm going to go with...
Why Michael? Not enough explosions already?
Yeah, I was going to say
I mean,
that. I can see
honestly,
that
I
part,
like
yeah.
Michael Bay films. Like he has good.
Yeah, you
Name
and
your favorite
15%
Michael Bay
of the
film.
population.
God damn it!
Glasses
One
getting steamed up.
Yeah, he adjusted the glasses.
Nah.
This is when shit's getting
It's
real.
actually because I'm hot right now.
Yeah.
Okay,
You are wearing a sweater.
I forgot my my thing. Just
Your Michael Bay cheat sheet?
yeah.
I keep mine on
Look
hand
at that
all the
cheat
time.
sheet. I'll tell you who.
I'll
should
tell you
go
my
on.
favorite Michael Bay film. It's when he acted in Mystery Men, and he was a jock in that. That's a deep
Did he
cut for
act
you
in
guys.
that?
Yeah, he was.
Man, you are all about Mystery Man.
I love that show.
Yeah.
Movie.
All right, so I'm going to give it to the guy who fucking sucks lately, J.J. Abrams. You know why? Because you gave us Star Trek, which were amazing ass movies, which
I
made
loved
me become a Star Trek fan because of those movies. And
That's
why I
crazy.
watched-
That's what brought you in.
yeah. Now I watch Discovery and Picard,
Yeah.
but I'm going to give it to you because you fucking suck at Star Wars. Okay, I'm saying it all. And I could see Indiana Jones just becoming a shitty ass Star Wars movie.
So why
There
do
you
you
go. That's my hot
So
take.
let's go with him.
I'm going to go with might as well keep it shitty because it's going to stay shitty.
What this insight
That was
again?
that was
is
like
so
a reverse
good.
support. Yeah, I was so
Because
confused.
that's who I think is gonna match what I think Indiana Jones is gonna be. I think it's just gonna be a Star Wars action movie where I think it's just gonna be perfect to
How
So
do you
what
think
Star
Mangold
Wars-
would do? The guy that they currently have in talks.
honestly because of Logan and Ford vs Ferrari, the reviews that it's been getting. I think it's actually kind of weird that they got that director.
Why do you think they would, based on that?
Maybe to bring more realism into it.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's less action packed because explosions and stuff. We don't want to see just a bunch of fluff, and has like a deep story to it, like Sherlock Holmes kind of stuff where it's a
I can see
more
the
of
director
a-
do that. Yeah.
yeah, like a spy investigation kind of.
Yeah.
So I think Mangold's going to do good because if you look at, like, for example, Logan, he takes this character who's larger than life and then really humbles him throughout the process of the show, right? I think that's what we're going to get when we walk into Indiana Jones. We're gonna have this larger than life character in Indy who's famous at this point, probably retired. And then I would like to see a version where he has to go back and fix some of his mistakes. Because if we look at the past Indiana Jones movies with today's lens, we see him like carelessly just throwing artifacts back into the government machine. Stuff like that. So I'd like to see him like go back and try to fix some of his old mistakes. That'd be fun to do. And I think he could really do that. My pick would be Robert Zemeckis. This is a famous director, of course. He did Back to the Future, Forrest Gump, Castaway. Again, these are all shows. So like if you look at Forrest Gump and Castaway, they focus on a main character who, again, is humbled. And I want to see that out of Indiana Jones. And then him, like, hand the reins off because he sees it like there's still more to do that I can't do anymore because he's getting too old. Also, if you look at, like, Back to the Future, he does that real good, like, 80s just fun romp, you know?
And I like to see that modern, like, 80s future perspective kind of thing. Like, that would look really cool in a new movie.
So Zemeckis, I think he could take that and just kind of, like, give us, like, an action-pack, moving along, family... I mean, the Back to the Future movies are all family friendly.
Yeah.
And we kind of want that with Indiana Jones, you know? I think Zemeckis would be perfect for it. He's like getting Ron Howard. He's just going to do a good job, you know?
Is this supposed to have Harrison Ford in it still?
Yes.
Wow.
As Indy?
Yeah, that's
Can't wait.
Just die.
No.
What was that? What was that movie with him and the dog? Just came out. Is it gonna be like that?
Man, that whole animated looking like the dog looking all crazy eyed and shit against the bear.
Call of the Wild. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm expecting. Just an old man walking around with the dog.
Yeah. They probably will
I
do
don't
that.
want to see Harrison Ford.
It belongs in a museum.
An old man walking around with like a 28-year-old Asian kid that grew
still
up.
with this whip.
Yeah, that's like not politically correct anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, yeah.
But Daniel, why Michael Bay still?
Just because the films he's made.
What is
Next
your
topic.
favorite Michael Bay movie?
Armageddon. I like The Rock.
Yeah.
The Rock was a really good film.
You're going with those early stuff. You're doing all right with that then.
I like those too.
No,
He
yeah,
did
yeah.
Bad Boys, but like because he knows the mix.
Boys 1
He
and 2
knows
is good.
everything. So yeah, if you're looking at the recent stuff that he made, like the Transformers, they were
Yeah, so-
horrible. But I think more they were horrible because he was just like action, forget everything. But I mean, the older stuff, he did. Really
He can
good.
make a hell of a good summer blockbuster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, that's what Indiana Jones is going to kind of be. It's just going to be like a good movie to go watch with your friend. It's not going to be like, oh man, I can't wait to watch this movie.
You don't want an Indiana Jones Inception?
Ooh.
No.
I don't know what that is, but I'm excited to hear more about it.
Inception?
I got a little excited.
Well, no,
You hadn't seen
Indiana
that?
Jones
Oh, okay.
Inception. Yeah.
Since I'm-
All right, moving on to our next topic here. We have changes coming to GameStop. All right, we're all been GameStop fans in the past. GameStop has been around since 1984 when it was called Babbage's. Yeah, just called Babbage's actually. In Tucson, Arizona. Now it has 5,830 stores worldwide. GameStop is testing a new store layout that is going to be more immersive and creative. There will be more areas for you to test different games and stuff like that. There's also going to be events in the areas. There's going to have some stores focused on esports. It'll have kind of like tournament areas.
Mhm.
And then other ones that'll be focused on retro gaming that'll be selling your NESs and whatnot. There's some other notable changes. There's going to be changes to the pro level plan. You guys have the power up plan. You guys have that?
I have that, yes.
Yeah. So currently it gives you 10. Well, I mean, at the point it gave you 10% off discount on used products. Now it gives you a $5 coupon every month that you can use on basically everything except for gift cards and something else.
It's like Kohl's Cash.
Pre-orders.
It's like-
Like
Yeah.
Kohl's Cash. I like Kohl's Cash myself. Another change is the price. So I basically have the thing for the Game Informer, the physical copy of the Game Informer. Now it's going to be $15 a month. No, $15 a year. I messed that up. $15 a year for the regular copy, regular version, and $19.99 a year for the physical version.
Mm.
What do you guys think about these changes coming to GameStop, and what could they do different in the future to keep the business alive?
I'm happy to see that they're changing gears. That they're just gonna slowly die out like somebody else, like some of the other game stores. So that's exciting that they're trying. I think it'd be smart to try to partner with somebody like Steam. You have somebody that's online that has all the digital games, all the streaming games and stuff, but or maybe Netflix or somebody like that. But be the brick and mortar for one of those. You know what I mean, like Redbox has the little machines everywhere, even though you can stream them or download that kind of stuff. But be the front. The actual brick and mortar
Why
store.
would they need that though?
Well, because they need more revenue. They need
No,
to
why
be
would
propped up.
why would the streaming company need to partner with a physical store?
Well, I mean, like all these pops and stuff you guys buy, all the merchandise that they could be selling if somebody would walk into a store and see a wall full of this, Steam games merchandise or something like that, It's a lot more like I mean, a lot of that stuff you buy at Hot Topic or whatever. But if they had a
So
store that
more
was their own,
collectibles. Because they currently have collectibles in the store. You're just saying like lean in on that.
That's 100.
but partner with an online company like that, and be like if you partnered with the Steam and you were the only store that sold Steam products, but because you have a store and you're selling games, and you know your customers are walking in, they'll see the Steam products. It helps promote both sides of it too.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I mean, maybe if you
play, just make it to where like all digital copies automatically go to Steam.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's 100% what I was thinking of when you brought up Hot Topic. I don't think there's anything that GameStop could do that will work, no matter what. I don't see it. If you're gonna be okay, you could come in and watch esports here. Okay, fine, I can do that on my TV too. I don't give a shit about the local kid down the street that's competing in the sport. If you're gonna sell digital stuff, why? I could just get it from the market store. There's no need for me to ever go in there to get digital stuff. Then you're gonna become a collector's pop culture stuff. Okay, cool. I already got that with Box Lunch and Hot Topic.
Yeah.
I think it's just downhill from here.
There was a moment where they're going to combine with comic book stores, and I mean we're big advocates of trying to push to keep comic book stores alive. We can't also keep GameStop alive.
Yeah.
So you have to partner with something that's already thriving. Yeah. What do you think over there, Daniel?
I think they're at this point it's pretty much over for them. Like it doesn't matter if they're going to change their whole store. The way that everything is going, like everybody's saying, it's just all digital. Like I don't even go to Redbox anymore. There's no point. Games, I don't even care more about collecting the box. If I want a box, I'll just buy it on Amazon.
That's
buy
true.
the game. There's no point.
I was like that, yeah.
And then honestly, they kind of screwed me over and over. Every time I would
some
sell,
employees,
I would sell the games, and it's just 5 cents for this brand new game. I'm like, what the fuck?
So with what they're
that's too much, but it's like
what they're testing. What they're testing is the idea that you go into the store and you walk in and it's more immersive. So say like currently when you walk in, there's games that align the wall, right? And then there's like 2 things you could test out the new systems or whatever. Yeah. What if you were to walk in and they actually have it kind of like, it reminds me of like the displays at BlizzCon where like there's this Animal Crossing is coming out. So now they have like a tree in the corner. It looks like it's from Animal Crossing. You go over there and it has Animal Crossing merch. It has multiple places where you can try out Animal Crossing. And then you have employees that are well versed in Animal Crossing and can give you ideas and what it's like. What do you think about that? Like if that's the kind of environment you would walk into. Oh, there's a new Call of Duty coming out. You walk in, they have like a big Call of Duty display, multiple ways to try it out.
There has not even been a handful of stores that I've seen that are big enough to do that.
But right
so
now,
other than that's going to look clutter as fuck like it already does.
They're leaning into that, though. That is what they're testing, is that kind of idea.
Yeah, but right now it's like, it's 2020, bud. If I want to see, like, I want to check out this game, I'm going to YouTube the game and figure out reviews, what people say.
And I have to be walking by a GameStop to try it out.
Why am I going to try it out?
What if when you go in their store to demo this game, you could also be streaming it online on their website or on your own
you
stuff?
could be streaming. The problem with that is it's just so easy to stream from your house.
Yeah, but what if it's a game that's not out yet?
Yeah.
What if they get the pre-release of a game?
That they are okay. So there are talks of them getting the pre-releases for both PS5 and Xbox Series X because they're saying like we're gonna make this new console year huge for us. So the rumors are that they're getting both the systems early. That would be a good idea if they could stream it as well.
Yeah, you gotta stream it.
The problem with that though is what if a 12-year-old comes in with their mom and dad? He's playing it over there and he's accidentally streaming it. He's now streaming underage. Under the GameStop logo.
Yeah. Post a sign next to the machine that says 18 or older.
As long as you have a warning sign, then you're good.
Yeah. I mean, if the parents aren't watching the kid and he hops on it and starts playing it and it happens to be in front of a camera, then that's his fault or his parents' fault for not stopping.
It's not like they're in the bathroom. Like a certain somebody's streamer.
Yeah, but
Logan.
So my orthodontist is right next to a GameStop. Every time I'm like, I need to buy a new game. I'm like, do I really want to go to GameStop to check it out? I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna go home anyways. I'll just buy the game online. That's how easy it is. I don't need to see all this like Death Stranding stuff all over the wall and like I don't really care about that. I just look up YouTube videos on it, see what everybody else is saying, and then I'll buy it or don't.
So I think what's gonna happen is all the exclusive merchandise that they have, like I'm just gonna throw pops out there. Only at GameStop. Okay, cool. Well, now Funko's going to turn around and be like, only at Box Lunch, only at Hot Topic. They're just going to pull their shit out.
What if they, instead of spending their money on this last-ditch effort to save a brick and mortar that's obviously a dying industry, Why don't they just throw it all into their website and really push their website?
That's
It's the one-stop shop for all game stuff, period.
Well, they have, and they even came out with their own launcher, but it bombed horribly. There's just too much good competition out there, held by developers themselves.
Yeah.
So I don't think they can do that.
Or sell their brand to one of these good developers and just have it as a branch of somebody else's system, somebody else's site.
So what I'm hearing is, I think I could see it becoming like a holiday stop too for like older folks that are shopping for their kids.
But everything's at Walmart now too.
It is.
Or Target,
Amazon's just too easy.
If one of those, if Walmart, Target, or Amazon decides that they will buy back your games at a certain rate, like
Best Buy does that.
there you go. That there's no reason.
At one point, there won't be any games to buy back.
Yeah, they're not going to be hard
that's
copies
true.
anymore.
Yeah.
So what I'm hearing from you guys is basically what it sounds like is gaming to this day you don't need the experience because it's much more fast paced. You could actually you could see more about the game free online through Twitch, Mixer, whatever, before you even walk into a store.
That's true.
Hands on doesn't mean much anymore.
But I love the experience though, because they were saying it's going to be like we went to BlizzCon. It was all this. That's awesome, but I don't see GameStop doing that much.
Yeah,
And the fact
To
that
make me that immersive.
I like the idea that they're going to be doing tournaments there, but that's got to be like you have to rearrange your business plan and we're a tournament location host and we sell stuff in the corner in this little snack bar kind of thing. Like the store part of it would have to be a lot smaller. It'd have to be your primary focus is that we rent out our space for big game tournaments.
They would have to honestly close down a lot of GameStops. Like Squeaks was saying, the square footage on some of these characters, they're too small.
You're not gonna create something that's that immersive.
Yeah, unless
4
you
folding tables.
Yeah, it'd be too much.
Yeah.
There's already a lot of stores out there too that provide that same thing. Plus, let's be honest with you, esports doesn't need to be compared together. There's a lot of websites that'll help you host esports tournaments without this. And like for example, if you're out in Elk Grove, guys, make sure you check out Gamers World Lounge in Elk Grove. They do the same thing that GameStop's trying to do. So if you guys need that experience, it already exists.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the next thing, we have a big Sea of Thieves patch. Now we've all been playing Sea of Thieves a lot right now, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Before we get into this big patch, Jonathan, you are a noob to Sea of Thieves.
Completely new. Yeah.
We've all been playing it for a couple years now.
Mm-hmm.
Give us that noob review. What are you thinking?
So of course it's a lot of fun. I like how the physics in the game work. A lot of it's just like most games, but a lot of it's realistic. Like how you have to patch a ship or it's gonna like physically sink. I like how you can launch yourself in a cannon and fly somewhere and you don't necessarily splat against a rock. But
yeah.
What else? It's just
visuals. What do you think about the visuals?
Oh, it's gorgeous. Now I got a new graphics card, so I actually can see stuff on my computer. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
The ocean's always my favorite part. Like just watching the ocean.
You just stare at it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be on wallpaper.
Yeah.
So
if it like kept flowing, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, all the details in the game too. I spent a lot of time looking through the telescope, just eyeing for a ship out there on the sea ready to attack us or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a stunning game.
I kind of like that part of Sea of Thieves though, where you're just always a little bit paranoid.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Someone's gonna roll up on us. Careful, guys.
It's so easy to be attacked, or you're always vulnerable.
Yeah.
And it's hard to run because you all go about the same speed. So there's not much you could do.
And on the other side of it, it does feel good. Like if you're on a galleon with 3 of your friends, and you're on the other side of that, we were like, "There's a sloop. Let's roll, boys." We just did this a couple days ago. We rolled up on a sloop and we launched all 3 guns repeatedly.
It's so funny.
Toothpicked that thing. It was nuts. That poor guy was just fishing. The news is coming. So that is good. What about combat? What do you think about the first off physical combat and then ship combat?
So I've only fought skeletons. I haven't actually fought other.
Oh, we got to get you into some PvP then.
I know. I'm ready for that. But fighting the skeletons and stuff's pretty easy.
Yeah.
I wish there was more weapon selections, but the way the game is, you probably don't really need it. But it'd be cool. I'm sure as they add new updates and stuff like that, they'll probably put a few more in there. But cannon fire is pretty cool. I like how when your ship's moving, if you launch a cannonball at a target that's like on an island that's not moving or anything like that, the cannonball doesn't just go straight for it. It moves with the pace or the direction of your ship to some extent, which is real life physics and stuff.
How it would actually work.
It makes it really hard to aim, but it's cool. Like
especially
you want it to
when
be a
there's
challenge.
Waves and stuff like that.
Oh,
and then you're just going up and down, and all of a sudden you're trying to shoot a ship.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, that went over.
Weather changes, how the sea moves and stuff like that. So there's all kinds of variables. It's not going to be the same every time. So, yeah. All right, let's dig into this new patch. It's called Cruise of Rage. Duke is offering bounty voyages that will give players a chance to grab the new Chests of Rage. and fight the new skeletons. Each voyage will send you into Devil's Roar to grab a new cursed chest called the Chest of Rage. This chest will randomly blow up and spread fire throughout your ship unless you keep it cool with buckets of water or jumping into the ocean. You're laughing at that. What are you thinking?
That's pretty messed up. I imagine I'm just gonna be running back and forth with a bucket of waters all the time.
Have you messed? I think you messed with the water one. Maybe it was me and Daniel. Have you messed with the other two cursed chests yet?
No, I don't think
There's
so.
the drunken chest, and then there's the one that like cries.
Oh no, you told me about those.
The one that cried screwed us.
I don't think
up.
that's the drunken one. What is that one?
Where you're holding it, and it's like
it's
you hear like the
just-
music in the middle of a tavern, and you're like,
I'll be damned.
I love it because every time you jump, you hear like a bunch of people in a bar like, whoa! It's really fun.
I'm wondering if this flaming one, if you could put it on the little boat and just tow it behind you, so when a person in the flames, it just burns your little one.
I haven't tried that out yet. One thing that is really cool though, you could actually set it down and shoot at it and piss it off basically, and it'll blow up. So if you have like a bunch of skeletons, you go set it down, round the skeletons up, and then shoot at it and blow up. It'll kill all the skeletons.
But will the chest stay there?
The chest will stay there because
Okay.
it'll blow up like randomly.
Yeah,
So you're fine.
Okay.
Some new cosmetics. There is the final 5 totems for the Ashen Dragon are out, so you guys can get those. Other new cosmetics are the Bone Crusher instruments, the Red Crab set. They're actually the Red Crustacean set. And then the Rose set for Valentine's. Now you have the full Rose set.
Are you talking about the outfit?
Well, and the ship. I know that I've been on your ship. It's pretty rosed
ship.
out.
Yeah, I don't have the full ship, just cannons and the anchor. And then the outfit, I have the jacket. They don't have a lot for the outfit, I think. I think it's just jacket and hat right now.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
No.
There's also some new Valentine's weapons and pets. The pets look pretty cool. I think I'm gonna get the monkey. I like the monkey. As for pets, there are new outfits out, including an admiral suit for your parrot.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God.
It looks pretty awesome.
Does he wear a jacket?
He wears a jacket and a hat.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That's crazy.
Oh, we just peeked on that one. There's no doubt.
I'm spending my
I'll turn it
money on
down,
that.
folks. I'll turn it down.
My parrot gets to wear a fucking jacket.
Oh my god.
If you wish to change your look, that's finally here. A new potion is available to change your pirate look. Because in the beginning, you like randomly picked it. You thought, I'll change it later on. Nope, you could not. So now you finally can. The final cosmetics change coming this month is a Viva Pinata themed ship.
That's so badass.
Yeah,
cool.
it makes it super colorful like the game and the show. So you played Viva Pinata?
Yeah. Oh God, that's so long ago.
360
Yeah.
is when I played it.
Yeah.
But then is this kind of setting up to maybe a new one coming out?
Well, they're both owned by Rare. So maybe it might have just been like props to them. I'm thinking about buying it though, because it's. But my thing is like, so I have like the Ashen clothing,
Yeah.
and it shines in the dark, and I'm always complaining about that. Like, oh, they could see me in the fog. This ship, you could see it across the map. It's super bright.
Pure floating pinata.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But it looks like a dope, like especially the figurehead, like actually has like a rain. Like if you were to look through a water drop, you see like the glow of rainbows.
Yeah.
If you look at it head on, you can see like there's like a aura around it. It's like rainbow and bright as hell.
I want to check this out.
Yeah, it is super. It almost looks kind of Eastery too.
You're gonna make me want to play that game again.
Oh, Viva Pinata, dude!
Yeah.
I'm ready for a new one of those. Those were a lot of fun.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Like, breeding some weird combinations and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Any of these you guys are gonna pick up?
No, probably not yet. Maybe.
Yeah, you're still kind of early on in your pirating career.
Yeah, the pinata one sounds fun, but like you're saying, it's gonna make me a target. No,
need to buy some
I don't need
pants
to be
first.
a target yet.
Yeah.
I'm definitely getting the piano thing.
Well, that's real money, right? The piano.
20. It's $20.
I'm probably gonna buy that. Yeah.
How much
with
is
the
it?
jacket for my parrot?
How much is a pet? I do want a pet.
$5.
$5? Yeah.
Yeah.
And what is it? There's the monkey. a
There's the
bear.
monkey and the parrot, but now there's also variations of each. So there's like
Yeah.
different kinds of monkey, different kinds of parrots.
Oh, but that's it. The only two.
There's only the two.
Oh,
Once
when we get a
they
koala
have
or
a
something, I'll
crab,
change it.
a crab pet, I might get
There you
one.
go.
Why?
I want a crab. I want a
Sebastian?
little Sebastian on me.
That's
Fucking
kind
just
of
crawling.
badass.
I know.
That's
How many
so
times are you
dumb.
gonna sing Under the Sea?
I know. Just fucking, I'm jumping with Sebastian,
I'm
boys.
imagining like the crab pet comes out, it's like $5. With Jamaican accent, another 50.
Oh.
$55 later on.
Yep. Oh god.
Skeleton forts have been kind of rare lately because they're focusing on the new Molten Sands fortress that's out there in Devil's Roar. That's the Ashen area. This has full new Ashen skeletons on there, guardians and keymasters. A good way to farm the keymasters. But your efforts are worth it because the treasure you get's a lot more treasure. It's like double the treasure. Currently, there's also the Hunter's Haul event that's going on right now. You need to go out fishing. You need 120 fish for the first one. You get 250 balloons, doubloons for that, not balloons. Second week is 60 trophy fish for 300 doubloons. If you complete both, you get the Gold Hoarder's figurehead. just like skeleton decked out in gold and stuff like that. It looks pretty cool. Yeah.
For your boat.
For your boat. It's the figurehead, the front of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, and they're also doing these things called Twitch drops. Now, have you heard about this in any other games? Twitch drops?
No.
If you're a Twitch subscriber, they give you something like a free skin.
Yeah. So for Sea of Thieves, what they're doing is if there's certain limited streamers, if you watch them for 30 minutes, you can get the Ebony Pole today and Ebony Pistol tomorrow. That's Saturday and then on Sunday. So not today, tomorrow. Yeah. We'll try to get the episode out a little bit early so everybody can enjoy the benefit of that. Also on Saturday, to celebrate leap year, it's double XP and double gold for everything.
Just for Saturday?
Yeah, because of the leap year.
Yeah. I'll be on that night then.
Yeah, I'm going to try to clear my schedule and just like no life it tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
Next month's big update got a teaser with a new cannonball, the chain shot. This is 2 small cannonballs connected with a chain. It does full damage if it hits a mast, anchor, or wheel, and it does less damage if it does a hull. So be careful with your aiming. What do you guys think about the chain shot? I'm pretty excited about it because this is something that actually existed back in the day.
Yeah, I was going to say, it sounds familiar as something in real life.
Yeah.
That's pretty badass, yeah.
During the video, they actually showed somebody like aimed 2 cannons and got like 2 of the mast of a galleon, so 2 of 3, and it just boom and hits them and they instantly go down.
Damn.
I mean, that thing can wreck you. But again, it does like little damage on the side of the ship itself.
So you need to just focus on the masses.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they said if you're being shot with it, it's clear as a bell that it's coming your way, so you can know what you need to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty neat that they're adding more cannonballs to the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for I can't figure out how to load one.
I figured it out.
Okay, tell
I'll
me.
show you later on.
Yeah, okay.
I think they need to set up a little target range somewhere too. I mean, I know you could just sail somewhere, but I mean like a safe version where you're not in the game and you just shoot targets in practice.
They have I haven't ever tried the trial thing, but you could try that. Maybe it has it.
That probably does.
Well, if we find a slope and we're all playing together, then it's pretty safe.
There you go. Target practice.
I want to clarify. You know how to load regular cannonballs. He doesn't know how to roll the.
Especially
We have keybinds for everything, so it's a little
it
hard.
changed everything for me. Yeah.
So like one of us will ask like, "Oh, what is the one for loading the cannons?" Like, well, for me it's G6, and for you it's this. You know, it's stuff for everybody.
You that fancy ass thing.
I have a Logitech G13, and I can't play without it. That's basically how I'm going. All right, we have Pokemon Day. That's this week, and it's the 24th birthday for Pokemon franchise. Since the original release of the Japanese game Pokemon Green on February 27th, 1996. Everyone is getting into the spirit with some huge updates and events. So for Pokemon Sword and Shield, there's a brand new legendary Pokemon called Zarude. This is described as a rogue monkey Pokemon. It's dark and grass type. Are you guys going out there and grabbing that?
Yeah, I have to. It looks way badass.
Yeah.
Well,
Nope.
Why aren't you getting it?
Because you don't even own the game.
Yep.
Oh, I thought you owned the game.
I don't own that game. I own Tim.
Oh, do you even have a Switch?
No.
Oh, there you
Okay,
go.
guys, we're starting a Kickstarter. Get this kid a Switch.
So, a funny story about this braid thing.
Yeah.
So I couldn't figure out when I went up to a well. You probably didn't have this issue, only I did. I could not find anybody to join me in the raid.
Wow. You're
It's crazy, right? Because
I know exactly what went wrong. Go ahead, tell me.
So, I play Ultimate Alliance and I want to upload my scores to the internet.
Oh my god.
I go to the internet and say, why the fuck do I need to pay for the membership again? No, apparently it wasn't on auto renew. And this whole time trying to search for people to play.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even run into people in the wilds not thinking about anything.
Yeah.
It turns out I was never online the whole time.
What a scrub.
Yeah, so when I go home, I'm going to buy my online.
I know for Pokemon, sometimes you have to like turn on, you have to like tell it to connect. So usually that's my problem. And like Tabby's sitting there like, hurry up and connect. And I'm sitting there like, I'm trying to trade with you. And I'm offline and didn't realize it. But yeah, I got to get this Mewtwo because that's awesome. Google also held a poll to determine the Pokemon of the year.
Yeah.
With 140,000 votes, it went to Greninja. He's the winner. This is a water dark Pokemon that looks like a ninja. He's in the Detective Pikachu movie. Have you guys remember who I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
No.
I remember the
I know who it is. Yeah, I know who it is.
There was like 3 of them that attacked him when they went to the lab.
Oh yeah.
That one.
I getcha.
So he's number 1. Okay, what is your favorite Pokemon? What should be? Let's go with your top 3 Pokemon.
Oh, top 3?
Okay, let's just go with your favorite then. What's your favorite Pokemon? Squeaks, you first.
All right, so back in the day, it used to be Charmander. But then
Let's go a little deeper than
Then
Charmander.
he
I'm
evolved.
going deeper. But times change, and it's like kind of like Marvel. Everybody loves Wolverine and this stuff like that. And it's like, okay, the popularity is crazy there that I don't really care for anymore.
Yeah, what's your gambit?
So my name, nice. So my main one is what I like a lot is Oshawott.
Okay.
He's a little otter.
Yeah. Oh
I'm
yeah,
just showing
he's
you guys
adorable.
here. Little
Nice.
otter. And I forgot which one he came. I think it was Black and White when he originally started. I don't know.
I think
He was one of the
so.
starter
Maybe
Pokemon.
somewhere around there. Yeah.
Whatever. But I love his Pokemon. I even have a stuffed animal of him still from many years ago when I won at a
Cool.
little carnival event.
Yeah.
I like his first evolution, and his second evolution is a little like way off. You know how the Pokemon just super evolves, and you're like, what the fuck, how'd you come up with that?
Yeah.
But it's still pretty neat. So I like Oshawott.
The Dratini effect. All of a sudden, it's a Dragonair, and you're like, what the fuck? How'd you get arms and legs?
It's supposed to what is that little Capri?
Yeah.
How did Capri turn into a fucking dragon? God. But yeah, I like Oshawott.
Yeah.
He's my favorite. Yeah.
All right, what are you thinking over there, Daniel? What's your favorite Pokemon?
Favorite, just one or
Yeah, just one.
Oh, okay.
Give your top 3 if you need to. Okay, no, you can't even get your first one. So,
So my top 3, it's gonna be Pikachu.
Okay.
Lame.
What's your? Come on. Next up.
Krabby.
Oh my
I
god.
love Krabby.
Because Sebastian.
Remember, because he wants that pet for CFT so bad.
that's right.
I love Krabby.
Yeah.
And then I love Blastoise.
Oh, Blastoise is great. I remember pretending to be him as a kid.
Man,
I was gonna say my number 1 was gonna be Blastoise, but my number 2 is Vaporeon. I like all of Eevee's evolvements, but Vaporeon and Jolteon.
Vaporeon is the bad
Flareon's
one,
okay,
yeah.
but yeah.
I did like the in Gold when they came out the cow and had like milk drink.
Yeah,
Look at that. I gotta get
Miltank
it.
is pretty dope. I do like her.
I gotta get it.
Yeah. I'm a big Mewtwo fan. Mewtwo all the way.
Yeah.
And then I'd probably go like, I like Score Bunny of the new ones. I really like Score Bunny. It's pretty cool. I don't know. Growlithe's always good. There's always so many good ones, but I'd have to go Mewtwo just overall.
Now I'm gonna ask a random question.
Fire away.
If you had to be a gym leader in any gym, what type of Pokemon would it
Electric.
be? Wow, that was quick. Anyway, next.
I've always, yeah.
Water.
Lieutenant Sergeant, whatever. Is
I
pretty
agree.
cool.
I'm a water fan actually lately.
What are you over there? You Brock?
Water.
You're a rock fan.
Oh, you Earth type. ground.
You're that shitty ass rock type.
I picked Krabby and Blastoise. How the hell am I gonna be a freaking rock
you're
type?
right.
So I just want to point this out. My gym would beat your gym's asses.
Mhm.
Electric over water.
But our Pokemon can save our lives in a dangerous event for falling in water.
Mine can jumpstart your heart.
Yeah, but how likely are you to die from?
Cardiac arrest?
When we're
I'm a
drowning
big fan of
swimming with
bacon.
our Pokemon.
Yeah, yeah, that's cool.
All right. Okay, what else we got here? Oh yeah, in Pokemon Masters, you can encounter Red, and then and his Charizard, and you can end up recruiting him. And then he's the original playable character from Red, Green, and Blue. And then the Netflix released the Mewtwo Strikes Back for the U.S. Evolution for the U.S. audience. This is a CGI remake of the 1999 original movie. And we're also going to be talking about that today. So, Daniel and Squeaks, you guys are in charge of watching that and reviewing it. Okay?
No fuck, were we?
Oh shit!
This proves who reads notes. So, why don't you guys go ahead and take that away? So, this is Mewtwo Strikes Back Evolution.
All right. Daniel, what do you think?
Chill, homie. All right, so just want to say I was kind of nervous when I was watching this in the beginning because loved the movie.
Yeah.
The first movie was amazing. Everybody freaking cried and everything. So I was like, they're probably not going to beat it, or they're going to change everything and ruin the whole movie. Mm-hmm. So watching this movie, like the whole 3D, I think it was 3D rendering or whatever they did.
Yeah.
It was just beautiful. Don't like the character models, like the like Ash and Misty. I didn't like their models, the look of there, but I love the Pokemon. Mm-hmm. The Rapidash. You seen the Rapidash, right? And Fire.
The Fire looks really good.
It looked awesome. You need to check it out, John.
All right.
But the whole movie was amazing. They actually pretty much copied the first movie, but they added a little twist to it. They added more fighting. You see a darker version of Mewtwo when he's in the lab and he's just upset and he just blows it up. But it's like more detail. And then when they're actually battling, it's just more detail. It was just so vivid. It was
so more detail graphically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, more fighting, more everything. Like, remember when Charizard fighting Charizard in the sky? It's just like
I remember that? That was a pinnacle moment of my childhood right there.
It's just a longer
Seismic
battle.
toss.
They do add extra, like, newer abilities.
Yeah.
Especially, like, the newer Pokemon came out. So they do add those abilities to it. But, I loved it. I loved the movie. I do have some issues with the movie, but I was going to go to Squeaks.
Squeaks, what do you think about the visuals?
So with the animation, I didn't mind the character models, actually.
Really?
Because it was a different animation that they went for it.
I understand that.
But what's awesome is that even thinking about this character models that they did, is that I like what they're doing for the future of Pokemon.
Yeah.
As we just had Detective Pikachu, and then we had a remake of this first Pokemon. So it's like, dang, I really appreciate what they're trying to do different.
Yeah.
So it's fine that they remake it, but then it gets me excited to see what's in the future for Pokemon.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
One thing that was nice is definitely seeing Pokemon now that we grew up with when it originally started and becoming famous, that we can recognize instead of the new Pokemon now. Because I still play the games. You still play the games too.
Oh yeah.
And we don't really give a shit. It's a Pokemon game and we still enjoy it.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be nice if they redid the original ones. Red, blue.
I actually, that's a good point. I would like to see Sword and Shield's treatment on Pokemon Yellow, Red, Blue, and Green.
And I thought about this, and if it would still sell. Well, yeah, of course, because the new kids are buying it because of Pokemon. We're buying it just because of Pokemon. So to them, it's new, but to us, it's like, man, we're gonna relive what we used to catch.
Content region for sure. Those Pokemon are amazing. Yeah,
but I thought because the animation was kind of cute, cutesy.
I understand
Ash
why.
annoyed me a
I
couple
understand
times
why
because
they
of
did
animation.
Because it's like this generation, so they had to change the model look. I
Right.
understand that. I like watching the whole hour and 40 movie. Like you kind of get used to it, so it didn't bother me. The one thing that bothered me, it triggered me, is the music.
What about the music bugged you?
Okay. Oh, I got it. Okay, so
He's getting steamed up. Folks. He's getting steamed up.
the reason why I love Pokemon is the way it gave me goosebumps when I was watching the movie. So when Ash, I'll call out a scene right now because I seen it. I was just like, it just ruined me. It ruined it for me. So when
I wish you were facing the camera for all this noise.
So when Mewtwo captures all the Pokemon after he wins, right?
Spoilers, but no, just kidding. Go ahead. Everybody knows.
So Ash goes with Pikachu, saves him, and then he gets the whole crew, right? So all of a sudden he brings out his clone army,
Of course.
and then all of a sudden like Mewtwo's like, you could leave and like pretty much good luck swimming by yourself.
Right. Of course.
Then all of a sudden like Ash comes out and he's like, we won't let you, right?
Yeah.
There's like in the original, there's actually trumpets and there's like a theme to it.
Yeah.
And it just gives you goosebumps.
It's like triumphant conquering music. Yes.
And you get the goosebumps. You're all worked up. You're excited. And then this one is just like, we won't let you.
So hold on now. Okay, so you're saying the score didn't follow up with that? It didn't have triumphant and
it didn't
music?
have that. It didn't have like, there's even another song when Pikachu's fighting Pikachu.
Yeah.
It's the song's like, my brother, they're slapping each other.
Yeah.
They took that out too. And I was just like, this is just ruining the movie. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, it really upset. Usually music doesn't upset me, but in Pokemon,
It's a problem that it's distracting. Scores should not be distracting. What did you think about the music wise?
I don't think you realize
give a
it.
shit.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
So it's harder for me to compare it to the original because obviously it's been so long. I saw it at the movie theater when it first came out.
Like I had to YouTube it. I'm like, I remember this and remember this.
So you were going back like checking the source kind of thing.
Yeah.
But what I thought was perfect and gave me goosebumps, and I'm not going to tear because I'm a fucking grown ass man. But no, I'm kidding. Was when they played the theme song and they were battling at the same time. That was badass. Don't even fucking play it.
In the very beginning.
Yeah, in the beginning.
That was it. Come on.
You're gonna.
Taff, have you seen the movie yet?
I have not seen the new one. I purposely didn't watch it because I wanted to hear
the theme song, and there's a battle at the meantime, and it's pretty neat.
I did see the intro. Okay. I saw the Japanese intro.
The intro was amazing, guys.
Yeah.
But if you like the original movie, you're gonna agree when he comes out and it's just like playing.
I'm a big score man.
And then the whole like go back and watch the whole Pikachu fight, like when they're just like fighting each other's clones, and when they're singing that song. Like, you're going to be like, damn, they should have added this song. I'm telling you right now, it's going to kind of ruin it. It's not going to knock the score that I would give it, but it kind of like, it's upsetting.
Well, if it should, it should. Now let's look at acting. How was the voice acting done by Ash, Misty, and Brock and the crew?
I think Brock was pretty good.
Yeah.
Brock was really good. Yeah. Misty was really off. Ash was kind of close. Mewtwo was pretty good at certain points.
Yeah.
When Meowth. Sorry.
Yeah, Meowth.
Mewtwo was pretty good too.
I think
sounded like the original.
I think Team Rocket though.
Yeah.
Jesse and James were a little like.
Yeah, they were a little off.
I wasn't feeling it like the original.
Okay. Just Meowth was pretty decent. Only when he had to actually talk.
Yeah.
At a certain point, like he would just keep talking. Then it'll be like, oh shit, yeah, that's not the original one.
Speaking of Team Rocket, real quick too, did you catch that when they were in the factory and they were like, "Who's that Pokemon?" And when they were looking at the shapes, the Pokemon when they were cloning them.
I like that.
Oh yeah.
You get it? I was like, they said it just like if you were to, like in that part where it says who's that Pokemon.
Yeah, the commercial break.
Yeah,
intro,
you're like,
outro. Yeah.
That's pretty dead on for this team.
All right, so last up, let's look at story-wise. Were there any changes to the stories? We'll start with you, Squeaks. And was it good changes or bad?
I can't remember the original, like I said, because it's been too long. But I do like how now that I'm older, I can understand it. Instead of younger, you're like, oh, the Pokemon are cool and they're fighting and stuff. You're like, oh no, Mewtwo's mad because he was created. There was really no purpose for him.
Better appreciation.
Why was he created?
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. But it's like, man, why don't you just, I don't know, go fly around and get a corn dog or something? Like, explore instead of just being so angry that you were here for no reason.
Yeah.
There was like no changes to the story. It's pretty much identical to like even the other 3 trainers. Same Pokemon. Yeah. Same like Charizard being upset because he doesn't really like Ash. He just like he doesn't like Ash.
Dude, I love that so much though.
Yeah,
we'll break it down later.
It's more like he's just like a kid. Like he's just
he's going through his teenage phase.
Yeah. So like right away, like Charizard seen like Mewtwo and he just like shot him with a flamethrower, flame blast or whatever. It was identical.
Now you know why Charizard wasn't being cool with Ash, right? Like realist, like in the show and everything, right?
Nah, I know. No.
So in the games, if you end up leveling a Pokemon up too far, or you trade for a higher Pokemon, you have to get the badge to unlock the ability to control them. So like Electric badge would let you control Pokemon 35 and below, but whatever. But if you didn't have that, then randomly when you're trying to fight, the Pokemon would say it's running around frolicking or something like that instead of actually doing your abilities. So basically what happened in the show, Charizard got too strong for Ash. He had to unlock badges until Charizard would respect him, just like in the video game. So in the movie, when that came out, it was in that gap where Charizard hadn't nailed that down yet. After the Magmar fight and stuff like that, it starts to get better.
I thought he only decided to be cool with Ash is because he let Charizard be with the Charizards. Remember?
I think that's the final the episode that nails it in. Yeah,
because he let him, and then after he needed Charizard came back, fucking badass, just like defending, listening to Ash.
Yeah,
it's pretty dope.
Reference wise, though, it's cool that they did that.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I actually didn't think about that. I kind of forgot that could happen.
Yeah. All right. So, what do you guys think? Let's give this thing a score. Try not to compare it too much to the original movie that it's being remade off of, but by itself, out of 100 Pokeballs, Squeaks, we'll start with you. How many Pokeballs would you give this?
I'm gonna go 70.
70 Pokeballs. That's kind of low. Yeah. I would think that would be higher.
I'm glad you didn't say 7.
Yeah, right. I always mess up.
But we did say that he always says 7, and then we correct him and he says 7D, so we're still there.
70 Great Balls.
Oh, Great Balls. Oh, man. Are you busting out the Ultra Balls over there, or are you going to use your one Master Ball on this?
Oh, wow. You would use the Master Ball on this shitty ass.
I want to just say that I actually loved this movie. Like, it was just so nice because I remember watching this movie.
Yeah.
It brought you back. Yeah,
it just brought me back. It ruined it because of the music. And I feel like you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel the same way.
I do pay attention to the score. I think my next review is gonna be there's a part with that. Yeah.
Okay, that was honestly the only complaint because the animation, everything, the fight scenes were amazing.
Here we go.
Giving it a solid 80.
Okay. Thank God. I thought we were gonna get 100 again, and then I gotta sit there. Well, because I gotta sit there and respond to Twitter rants and people hating us on Instagram.
I'm giving it a solid 80. I was 80. Okay. There's like been a lot.
That's an enjoyable beat.
Yeah, it was honestly a really good cartoon. Like they did a good.
Yeah, I mean it was fine.
Should we switch to like out of 10s?
I like
because you did 80 and 70. That's 7 and 8 out of 10.
Oh yeah.
Should we switch in the future to out of 10s? That might be something we have to talk to after out of the podcast.
Yeah.
If you want to split hairs, then you can say 7.3 if you really need it to be.
I think if we really do it, we have to like kind of go
stick. Okay.
Yeah. We'll discuss it afterwards. Yeah. Because you guys are doing those anyways. We might
check it out and let me know what you think of the music.
I will watch it. I literally were waiting to watch it because I was like, I want to be more inquisitive during your guys' reviews.
Yeah.
All right. So we got a 70, we got a C and a B. Next up, we're going to be reviewing I Am Not Okay With This. That was my review. This is a new Netflix show based off of a comic book. Came out on the 26th. Follows a teenager named Sydney as she navigates through high school drama, sexuality, and mourning her father's suicide and her emerging telekinesis. Okay, so Sydney, in her own words, is a boring 17-year-old white girl. And she's kind of going through high school and she's kind of just being like left out. She's kind of the outsider kid, but she's not even cool in that sense. You know what I'm saying? Some kids, so her friend anyways is that kind of thing. So let's look at the 3 different things. So story-wise, I won't spoil anything. for this. But so if you think about it, what it is she's this outsider and stuff like that. She's got these emerging powers. And as she's going, the powers are growing stronger. She's starting to realize who she is and stuff like that. She's realizing that she's actually in love with her best friend. And then her boyfriend is actually a really good best friend. So there's that kind of thing going on. And then we're also seeing that mourning her father, that her father actually had the same struggles as she did. Okay, so we have that going on in story-wise. It does a really good job concluding all this. Like at the end, the ending of this thing, man, it's just like, oh, you see it coming, but you're like, so perfect. Okay. Visuals, it takes place in the 80s. So it's actually done by the producing team that did Stranger Things. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And that's why I was like excited to see this. Visuals are really good. They're more subtle than they are in Stranger Things. They're not like neon malls and stuff like that. Instead, it's more about like you actually can't really pin down the time frame really. But yeah, it's all in the 80s. It goes off of the visuals actually mimic John Hughes. They're influenced by him. So if you look at the John Hughes movie, so let's look at Breakfast Club, 16 Candles. He does Uncle Buck, and he does Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
So it's not that modern throwback 80s. It's the original kind of 80s feel. Okay.
When I was watching, I was like, is it 90s? It's so silly, but one of the things I caught is there's pop chips in there. And I'm like, pop chips are like 2000 something. That's weird.
It's like an original Seinfeld episode.
Kind of like that. It feels like that. So yeah. And actually, there is actually an episode of the show that is straight up a Breakfast Club remake.
What the?
They're all in detention, and then they get into hijinks. Nice. So you're like, yeah, this is basically it. This is a combo of like a drama, comedy, and horror film. So you have that going on.
How much horror though involved?
It's building horror.
Okay,
I like that.
Lock and key.
Because when you first start, you're like, okay, this is a superhero movie. No, it's not that. It's actually a horror film.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Acting wise, it has two of the kids from It. So I was like, oh my god, it's the kids from It playing the Stranger Things. I wanted to see that so bad. Mm-hmm. So you know the main girl. We're talking the little kids. Beverly, exactly. Sophia, her name is Sophia Lillis. She's playing Sydney Kovac in this. She kills it. Mm-hmm. Her best acting role so far. Damn. Amazing. She really does a good job. Within a 30-second span, especially that last episode, you see her happy, sad, angry, and like fast. She's going quick on it. Her range is really good. The other kid from It is Wyatt Olaf. He's playing Stanley in this as well. It's Stanley in it as well, but he's Stanley in this too.
Who is he on it?
He's Stanley.
Okay.
Here's a picture of him.
Got it.
Okay. So the nerdy kid that ends up killing himself. Yeah. Spoiler alert. He is awesome in this though.
By now.
He's awesome in this though. He's kind of got that thing where he's like an outsider, but he's like kind of a cool outsider who's like observing people and like, oh, these poor high school football players. They don't know this is the peak of their life. It's a shame. Like that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? We're like, oh, I could have been friends with him back in the day. He plays her boyfriend, and then as time goes on, just becomes her best friend. You know, I really liked him, and he's the only one that finds out that she has abilities, telekinesis, and he's like, you're a superhero. Like, let's do stuff up. Yeah. So he's trying to push her powers, and she's real fragile because of her father's suicide and stuff like that. So there is a moment, actually, it's that one picture I have, where he ends up pushing her too far and creates a problem. The other one is Dina. She's the best friend that Sid actually falls in love with, and she does a good job, but they don't really utilize her well. She'll become more important in season 2. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to give the ending away, but
the ending, it's already over?
Yeah, the first season
came out. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How many episodes?
It's 7 episodes with an average of 20 minutes long. Average to 20 to 30 minutes long.
Perfect. I'm so tired of these hours.
Exactly.
I might actually watch it now.
Yeah, honestly, I watched most of it in one night, and then I was like, well, I'll just catch the last 2 in the next day because I didn't want to binge it and then forget it for the review. But yeah, it's really good. It's really fast paced, except for the moments where there's like character building. But you almost can't cut those out because her moments with, so when you have Stanley and Sid hanging out like in the car getting high, that she's trying out weed for the first time and he's a weed seller. Mm-hmm. Weed seller, I sound so freaking square. He's a seller of the marijuana. But those moments where they're sitting in the car hanging out, they're the best moments of the entire show. Where they're just kind of like, where she's finally, so I read the comic book a little bit too after this, because the comic book's actually really easy to read. And they do a good job of clarifying it, where when she's first smoking weed, she's realizing it's the first time her dad doesn't come to her in her dreams. Mm. So I was like, oh man, that's so good. I wish they kind of pointed that out better in the show. So it was really good though. It's really good. I actually think it's way better than the comics. I only read about half the comics, but I would say the comics like 200 pages. It's stupid easy to read. Mm-hmm. So I'll probably finish them up. But I think it's really good. I would give this now. Okay, so here's my thing. When I'm watching the show, I'm like, I either super love this show or it's just okay. I don't know what it is. I'm real 50-50 on this.
It's like the first couple episodes of Stranger Things where you're like, I don't know if I'm going to like this or not, but after you get into a little more, it kind of takes a direction.
Yeah. One thing, one of my big complaints, reminds me of the score over there, is it distracts me too many times. So it uses this experimental rock score. It's a kind of a Wes Anderson score. And there's many times where like it's a fast-paced scene, but they have a slow song. It has like a Western twang. Now you watched Red vs. Blue, right? The Halo series.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember the score for that?
Yeah.
It's the same score.
Yeah, it's like you're saying, it's like a steel guitar Wild West kind of.
Yeah, but kind of like weird, like folk, not even folky, but it's a little bit faster paced, almost like that.
Yeah,
it's so misplaced sometimes. So I think the key with a score with a soundtrack is it's not supposed to be distracting. Yeah. Identifiable, yes, not distracting.
Yeah,
it's supposed to influence your emotions, not pull your mind.
Support exactly what you're seeing and not battle with it.
Yeah, it's supposed to attach what you're seeing to your emotions. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to do. Yeah. And instead, I found myself sitting there like, why did the composer pick this song? Yeah, that's terrible. It doesn't fit. That's a terrible sin.
It just breaks the immersion.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So there's that. I'm gonna give this thing. Hold on, I wrote it on the bottom here. I'm giving it a 65 out of 100. Mm-hmm. So, but in the right episode, I'd give it like a 90. So I suggest you guys watch this. Very short series to watch, only 7 episodes, 20 to 30 minutes each. The best episodes are the longer ones. And give me your opinion on this. You guys listening too. If you guys watch this, hit us up on Twitter. Let me know what you guys think. I think it's either awesome or kind of dumb. I'm not sure.
What does it best relate to you? Like, if you really like this, you would like that.
I did not want to use this comparison, but because it's too on the nose. But Carrie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, even the ending. Yeah.
But does it have the same, like, not just story-wise, but the feel?
No.
And okay.
Just story-wise. It feels like a Hugh... it has a John Hughes feel. John Hughes. And sometimes Wes Anderson-y. But it has a John Hughes feel. So it really feels like Breakfast Club, 16 Candles. Yeah. That whole like coming of age thing. I did like the sexuality thing is new to the John Hughes film, but it's like, wow, yeah, that would have fit back there perfectly. 16 Candles for sure. Yeah. Would have fit perfectly in that. Yeah, I think it might be really good. It's really hard to tell. I've never been so confused about how I feel about a show. But yeah, if you guys are a listener and you guys watch this, it'll take you like 3 hours. Hit us up on Twitter. What do you guys think? I'll retweet it out. But yeah, are you guys going to go check this out? What do you think? What do you guys think?
I'll probably watch it.
I'll try it.
I'll try it out.
Yeah. All right, we'll get some follow-up reviews.
Your score is kind of scary, but it's like with the time right now that I have so many shows to watch, you giving it a 65 is kind of like it's way on the back burner.
But it's good to know that that's something you notice, because then like I'll definitely be paying attention to the sound when I'm listening when I'm watching it now too. Yeah.
Afterwards, I kind of came with this idea: is the characters are perfect. I wish I could put them in a different story.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
So the characters are perfect. I'd put them in a different story if I could. So there's that. All right. Last bit. Let's go over the free games for March while we're here. So for Xbox, you guys can get Batman: The Enemy Within, which is the sequel to the Telltale game, the original one. Then there's Shahal, the Half Genie, which is a side-scroller game. There's Sonic Generations, and then one of the Castlevania games. For Sony, now they win it. Okay, I know you're going to give us a little review on this one right now. So we have Sonic Forces, that's cool. And Shadow of the Colossus. You played Shadow of the Colossus.
Shit, that
game is
amazing.
Free for every PlayStation player right now.
Oh my god, everybody better download that game.
Give us an idea of what it is.
So it's so simple, but it's so freaking brilliant. So all you do, it's kind of selfish too. You're this guy, like, this girl's dying. You're like, oh, what you need to do is pretty much kill these titans. Okay, cool. So all you're going to do is shine your sword up in the sky, and it's going to direct you where that titan's at. You're going to go, you're going to attack that titan, have a big-ass battle, because sometimes you have to climb it, depending on the titan. Sometimes I think one's like an underwater titan. So they're just different type of titans. But some of the best things are the climbing mechanics. You have to climb the titan, and sometimes they'll try to shake you, but you have to hold on with certain buttons, whatever. And you kill the titan. As soon as you kill that titan, it's going to be a little cutscene. You go back to the girl, and it's like, okay, you're going to kill the next one. That's all the game. It's so basic, but it's so good. It's so good. Yeah.
It's free, part of PS Plus. You guys check it out. Make sure you guys grab that. But that's it for this week. We want to finish things off with saying we're going to be going to Sacramento Comic-Con March 22nd. Please, guys, go. Also, there's going to be, quite a bit of people. We'll say Jeremy Lay's going to be there. Grades Elise Griffin. She did Azula from Avatar and stuff like that.
Damn.
But the main thing that's going to be there is Dante Bosco. So he's the one that did Rufio. He did Prince Zuko. I mean, he's amazing. So he's going to be there. He's charging for autographs, but hopefully he'll sit down and just chit-chat with us for a little bit. We're also going to be there. We're going to be recording 2 live shows. We have 2 other podcasts that are going to be swinging by to visit us and record with us. We have the Geek Box, but you guys haven't tried the Geek Box out. At some point, we'll do that.
Right.
We have the Geek Box there, and we'll be doing some games and stuff like that. So come and join us. March 22nd, Sacramento Comic-Con at Cal Expo. We'll see you guys there. That's it for the week, guys. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for joining us on the Geek Freaks podcast. You can find us on Twitter at Geek Freaks Pod. We're also on Facebook, Instagram. You can email us. We have our Patreon and a store. All those links are in the description.